Yo, what's going on, y'all? It's your boy dropped 3 times, and y'all can see the title. Y'all see what we got here. Why is Gunna thriving and Young Thug failing? We gonna find out today. I ain't know it was that. And if y'all know Gunna and Thug, they used to be YSL. I guess they ain't fuck with each other no more after the case happened. You know. So let's just get straight to it, y'all. Am I tweaking? Cut the fucking malarkey. Cut the fucking malarkey.
Yo, what's good with y'all? Welcome back to the channel. And today we gonna lock in on Gunna and Young Thug, man.
Hey, these scenes y'all see is Gunna shooting at Thug and Thug jumping out the building. These scenes be funny as hell. Like,
Once a dynamic duo, now they not even on speaking terms. But in this video, we're gonna talk about how Gunna was able to succeed and thrive despite all the allegations, hate, and lack of industry support, while Young Thug, despite having all the hype getting out of jail, has been failing. But in order to do that, we got to go back to 2022. Young Thug, Gunna, and 26 others swept up in Georgia's
Sergio,
RICO case, accused of running a criminal enterprise under the YSL name. Suddenly, lyrics became evidence and affiliations became charges. Thug refused to take any deals, but Gunna decided that after 8 months of being locked up and having bail denied on several occasions,
damn, I ain't know he was only locked up for 8 months. I thought Gunna was in there for like a little minute. I thought how long was Thug in there? I think he was in there for like damn near 3 years. And let me know if y'all would have took the deal Gunna took. And a lot of motherfuckers gonna say what they want to say, like, oh, I ain't taking this shit. Let me tell y'all something. The main niggas that's talking about, oh, he a snitch this, he a snitch this. Them niggas a snitch too. Trust me, gang. Like, these niggas be false, but let's get straight back to it though.
would negotiate a plea agreement that would allow him to come home early while Thug remained behind bars. At first, people were celebrating. Meek Mill tweeted in support of Gunna, welcoming him home, and blogs were calling it a win. But it wasn't long before court footage dropped exposing what actually led to his release.
YSL is a music label and a gang, and you have personal knowledge that members or associates of YSL have committed crimes in furtherance of the gang.
Yes, ma'am.
Look, give me some McDonald's.
Oh, he said, give me some McDonald's. Oh my God.
When you come back, I might remember something.
Who is making these edits? Y'all, we need to find out, investigate who make these fucking
Can you do that?
Oh, yeah. Big Mac fries.
Yeah.
Done.
Gunna did
We need to find out who making these edits, man. This
the
shit is crazy.
unthinkable. The narrative flipped instantly. People started labeling
Huh? Hey, why Jay Prince got a rat? A mouse. Hold on. Is it a mouse or a rat? Don't a mouse inside. If it's inside, it make it a mouse, right? But if it's outside, it make it a rat. Let me know if I'm wrong in my comments.
as a rat and began getting trolled for saying yes ma'am on the stand.
Gonna want it, man. You can't be in the city doing all that ratting and shit. Rat ass.
Meek eventually deleted
Damn, bro. Fuck, I can't. Hey, imagine telling on somebody and going outside in the hood. Like, imagine what that shit'll be like. Like you done told on the big homie, the whole hood. No, you done got the whole gang locked up. Hey, it'd be like that random motherfucker try to check your ass. He just look like
his tweet and things started going downhill
welcome home
quickly
one.
for Gunna. But here's the thing. Gunna never testified against Thug, never took the stand in his case, and never mentioned Thug's name in court.
He did it. He did it. And that's all I'm saying. Like, I'm gonna say this. It's not illegal to have a gang in America. It's illegal what you do with that shit. So, and it's not like I'm not using music, but shit, that's the name of his label too. It was a record label and it was a motherfucking half gang, goddamn it. Half of the motherfuckers was slow, half of the motherfuckers was getting money. That's all we trying to say. And I felt like shit, he ain't do nothing wrong in a way. In a way. Now, in my opinion, in the real nigga opinion, he shouldn't have said shit. Cause then they wouldn't have had shit to go on. And then at the same time, like, you can see their case was bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Their case was bullshit. Straight up. Like, even if it wasn't, they was the most unorganized, highest priority case I ever seen.
And yet his name got run through the mud like he was the main reason Thug was in jail. Gunna released a public statement to his Instagram after receiving so much backlash. While I have agreed to always be truthful, I want to make it perfectly clear that I have not made any statements, have not been interviewed, have not cooperated, have not agreed to testify to be a witness for or against any party in the case, and have
You got
absolutely
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, them none of this stone. I ain't
no.
like, oh, listen to Gunna. Gunna be hard, man. I hate rap beef, like to be 1,000. Like some artists we never gonna get some artists ever like YB and Dirt. We're never gonna get that shit, gang. I don't give a fuck about the fans and goofy shit. Imagine what a YB and Dirt concert would look like. Oh fuck it. We could even go back to one that we ain't ever gonna get again. Future and Drake. Like shit like that. It'd be like y'all niggas beefing over. Man, it's such a bigger picture, but you know, motherfuckers stand on shit too. You can't be out here snitching them.
being involved in the trial process in any way. I have chosen to end my own RICO case with an Alford plea and end my personal ordeal by publicly acknowledging my association with YSL. An Alford plea in my case is the entry of a guilty plea to the one charge against me, which is in my best interest, while at the same time maintaining my innocence toward the same charge. An Alford plea means he didn't admit guilt, but agreed there was enough evidence to convict him. This caused a bigger conversation to take place in the industry on what can and can't be considered snitching, which has always felt like a moving target. Jewel Wicker would release an article that got the attention of Gunna's attorney Steve Sado, titled "Gunna's 2022 release from jail has raised speculation from hip-hop fans regarding snitching." Sado would defend these snitching allegations in response to this article by saying, "What was said at his Alford plea hearing was solely to resolve his own case. It cannot be used by the prosecution against Young Thug or any other defendant." But even with his attorney adding clarification and coming to his defense, it still was unclear whether Gunna's Alford plea could be considered snitching or not. In that courtroom,
Because to me, I felt like this plea was more so to make the DA look like they know what the fuck they doing. It wasn't really to tie him to the shit. It was a yeah, we know what we talking about type plea deal. You know what I'm saying? They and if I was Thug, I seen the whole case. I watched the case. They was like the way he on motherfucking ankle monitoring and monitoring period. You might as well been in jail. Shit, you can't do nothing. They got your ass under surveillance, gang. And you could have just beat the case. They wasn't finna win.
impossible to overcome.
Well, they
It
didn't
wasn't
win.
long before Gunna started losing all his industry support. Lil Baby unfollowed him. Lil Durk publicly distanced himself from him.
Do you believe that Gunna told that
Man, I don't sit up and play games, man. That man told. You should have went in there and kept your mouth closed.
And even Wheezy, his longtime friend and producer, publicly called him a rat. But this is where Gunna's redemption arc truly
Even the
began.
producers went in on folks. And he's still making hits. I ain't gonna lie, he still make hits.
Gunna didn't beg for forgiveness. He didn't explain himself in interviews. He let the music talk. His first single, Bread and Butter, was a statement piece. He took shots at prosecutors, at fake friends, at the whole situation, and then he dropped A Gift and a Curse, a solo album with no features, and a project that felt like a man rebuilding his foundation in real time and rapping for his life. You Mean blew up TikTok, clubs, radio, Billboard. It was everywhere, and the fan base started shifting. Comments like "he ain't snitch on me" became common. That wasn't just
I
troll.
ain't gonna lie. Fuck you, me. I ain't gonna lie. We can't deny it. That's what any artist, man.
That was people choosing the music over those street politics. Gunna's fan base evolved. His story became one of resilience, not scandal. Plus, his music never relied heavy on street content anyway. He was making hits, and that's what people showed up for. Now, contrast that with Thug. When he got released in October 2024, the culture erupted. IG stories from Nicki, Travis, Drake, they all showing him love. It felt like a moment. He had truly beaten the odds. Everyone had him counted out and thought that he was going to be put to jail for an extremely long time. But turns out his plea deal came with serious strings. Thug pled guilty and was sentenced to time served, but it also hit him with 15 years of probation,
Damn.
a 10-year ban from Metro Atlanta, and heavy restrictions. No gang references.
That's what I'm saying. Like the whole thing is just like, bro, you might as well just finish the case like this. Like real talk.
Contact with former YSL affiliates. He even has to do anti-gang presentations, and any misstep could land him right back inside. But something was odd. Young Thug requested the court to allow him to still be able to make music with Gunna despite all the drama online, whether or not he snitched.
Mr. Williams have no contact with any of the co-defendants in this indictment, with the exception of Mr. Quantavious Greer, that is his biological brother, as well as Mr. Sergio Kitchens. He's a phenomenal artist. He goes performer known as Gunna, G-U-N-N-A. Mr. Williams and Mr. Kitchens are contractually obligated, and they frequently perform music.
And while Gunna never did much talking online, his actions showed he still wanted to maintain his friendship and relationship with Thug, despite the allegations yelling free slime during shows and performing a lot of their old collabs. But that dynamic shifted when Thug tweeted just 1 month after his release, "Gunna, stop acting like we friends on the internet. I don't know you, my guy." That tweet hit different. It was the first time Thug made it.
Hold on. I ain't even know Thug did all that. I don't get it. That's crazy, bro.
Clear.
I don't know. I always felt like certain shit when we was that deep in, we gonna handle this shit behind closed doors. But you know, we all rock out there. We all move different.
Whatever relationship they had was done. There was no more speculation. Instead of Thug dropping music out the gate, he just tweeted. In fact, the only way to get anything from Thug was to go on Twitter, not Spotify, not Apple Music. It would take until March, 5 months after his release, to finally mention anything about music, saying, "Y'all motherfuckers gonna have to beg me to drop this shit, no kizzy." On Tuesday, April 1st, now 6 months after his release, Thug posted a picture of the DA's investigator calling her a liar, risking another violation. They argued that it endangered a protected witness and violated terms. The judge declined prison time.
Everybody know that. Everybody know who that was. We ain't even gotta see it, gang. She do be lying, gang. These niggas be lying.
Warned him to exercise
And
restraint.
it's like I always think in the court system, why is no action when they lie? Like it's really a lot of times no action when they lie about shit. Like and I don't know. It's just weird to me, man.
You would think the tweets would stop here after nearly landing him back in the position he fought so hard to escape. But nope, he decided to throw a random shot at Kid Cudi over his testimony in the Diddy case that he was required by law to participate in after receiving a...
I ain't know Kid Cudi was a rat too. Oh shit. Day and night, you all alone. I start to free my mind at night.
subpoena.
Just last week, Ventura testified that Sean Combs
No lonely stoner. I ain't gonna start. That was my shit.
threatened to blow up Kid Cudi's car because he had found out about their relationship together.
Like, bro, he tried to blow up his car over Cassie, someone he beat on camera for the world to see. Read the room. People wanted music, not messy tweets. Thug was released in October, and it would be a long 6 months before he would eventually release his single Money on Money featuring Future, an unimpressive introduction to this new era of Young Thug. This release fell flat and barely crept into the top 40 on Billboard at its
Damn.
peak. UI Scuddy was supposed to be the big return. Instead, he's been unable to build an ounce of hype around his music, with fans on Reddit saying he lost it. People questioning if the fire is even there. For someone who once defined Atlanta's sound, this was a scary fall from grace.
Damn.
You see, Gunna's blow up has been deeper than just the music. After getting out, he slimmed down, stayed quiet, and focused on his health and
It
growth.
looked like Gunna really went through a transformation. Like, and I can agree with that one though. Like,
Gunna also quietly covered up his YSL tattoo.
Damn.
No rant, no drama, just a clean break. And that didn't sit right with Thug, who jumped into the comments saying, I mean, he did say it should end, LOL, referring back to the court footage of Gunna on the stand. Another tweet, another delete. But at that point, the message was loud.
Imagine being able to build anything just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44.
Thug was watching Gunna closely, and it's eating at him. Meanwhile, Gunna never responded, not even once. No subtweets, no sneak disses, just more music.
and I ain't gonna lie, I side with Gunna on this side because it's been friendships, relationships that I lost. And it's like they'll speak on me, I don't even speak on them. You feel me? Years later, time later, I'll never speak on it. And it just shows who the fuck is who. It shows like who was really fucking with who and how a motherfucker really feel. Because at the end of the day, them niggas made a lot of money together. At the end of the day, we can sit here and deny Gunna been around Thug for years. So it's just like
Win.
trust. Take a lifetime to build and a moment to lose it, you know?
He's been moving like someone who already made peace with the fallout. Like someone who accepted that the old chapter is over and he's not begging to come back. But on Thug's end, it's like he's stuck. And honestly, this Reddit post said it best. For Thug to be this hot over Gunna tells me he knows Gunna would be just fine without him. And it bothers him. Now, to be fair, Thug brought Gunna into the game. He helped shape him, made space for him in YSL, and gave him a lane. So from Thug's perspective, this wasn't just industry beef. It felt like betrayal on a personal level, like someone he.
And I get that part too. Like, that's why it's always good to have like a mutual big homie or a mutual reasonable motherfucker in your crew, you know, because that'll be the person that can fix a relationship. Because at the end of the day, you still can't take back the statements they made and the music they made together. So definitely, we can't take away nothing from neither of them. So
the brother might have played a role in him getting locked up for life. Even though the legal facts don't support that idea, since Gunna never actually testified against him, it's not easy for Thug to look past that courtroom footage. We as fans can separate the music from the street politics, but for Thug, that moment was unforgivable. Still, what's undeniable in this, Gunna has survived everything that should have crushed him. Industry blackballing, internet hate, snitch allegations, and somehow he's the one thriving. Thug is watching what happened in real time, and it's hard for him to accept. He's trying to force these outdated street rules on fans who just don't care.
Thug, I'm gonna tell y'all niggas right now. If Tekashi 6ix9ine didn't let y'all know that fans do not give a fuck if you a snitch, they don't give a fuck if you, they don't care, bro. They just want the music and they want the aura and they want a story. And that's all it's really on right now. You can't, and like he said, just to piggyback off on what folks said, Gunna always been he ain't just been a one-dimensional rapper. He always talked about just flashy lifestyle, all type of shit, his trials and shit. And it was never all about that tough shit. He always included the tough shit, little jabs in there, but his platform is bigger than that.
Today, this whole saga stopped being about who snitched and started being about who seized the moment and delivered. People are riding with Gunna because the music's hitting. Simple as.
You hear me? And you know the crazy part? I fuck with Baby. Not his last, but I fuck with his shit. But it just seems to me like ever since Gunna not cool with Baby or Thug, they music is. I mean, well, I say, but it just feel weird. Like, what the fuck? Was he writing it? Not writing that shit, but was he helping these niggas or some shit?
Bread and Butter hit. A Gift and a Curse hit. You mean hit? It took over the culture. The memes, the TikToks, the sold out shows.
But the baby album, the baby album did hit though. So I can't say that. But Thugger got to go back to that when he was making fucking with Lil Wayne, that Barter album. You feel me? That was that shit. That's it.
It's not because people forgot what happened. It's because they've moved on. They see an artist who
that was my favorite version of Thug, personally.
By the industry, but owned his moment and bounced back a better artist for it. Gunna never leaned into the drama. He leaned into growth. He gave people something real, and now he's reaping the benefits. Meanwhile, Thug, he's struggling to catch that same wave. His attempts to drag Gunna back into the mud have fallen flat. His sneak disses feel bitter. His album rollout feels uninspired.
Yo, Story. Yeah, I react to music. I'm gonna be putting music on here soon. Let me know somebody you want me to react to.
Fans were hyped for his return, but every drop or preview since his release has felt underwhelming. People don't want to hear drama, they want to hear hits.
Facts.
They want growth. And unless Thug locks in and delivers that, he's at serious risk of watching the culture move on without him. And now things are coming full circle. Gunna's already teasing The Last One, his final album under YSL. It's a subtle but symbolic move. The title alone feels like a message, like he's tying up that last loose end before fully walking away from the past. And just as Gunna pressed for this moment, rumors are going around that Thug may finally be ready to drop his comeback album around the same time. This could get very interesting if Thug decides to compete with Gunna and drop on his date, something that was rumored to happen while he was still behind bars, but it was difficult to confirm whether it was real or AI generated.
I'm dropping this surprise album on the same day Buddy dropped his album. That shit coming up soon. I need a verse from you. If you feel like replying, if you feel like you want to reply to what they're saying or something, man, don't do it. Drop it on my album. I'm dropping a surprise album on the same day that drop it.
Damn.
Send your verse in, bro. I want you and Wham on the same.
I don't know. That sounds kind of AI type shit.
Send your verse in.
This was originally referring to the Business is Business album that Thug dropped behind bars, but he could be looking to do something like this again considering he never went through with it. Whether he decides to drop on the same day or not, what's clear is that they are on two completely different paths leading into their upcoming album. Gunna walked out of jail skinny, sharp, and refocused.
Oh me, look at that.
Thug came out bloated, bitter, and unfocused. Literally and metaphorically.
Damn, and if you look at it like that, that is the real fucking contrast of this shit.
Honestly, that contrast says everything about where their careers are headed right now. One is ascending, the other is descending. But I'll end with this. Thug is still one of the most talented artists of our time, no question. But he's not creating under the same conditions anymore. Every lyric, every post, every move is under a microscope.
But I understand, rap lyrics. I understand how it could be twisted. I understand what it could do to the mind of people. I understand all that, and I promise you I'm 100% changing that. It's just, I'm older, I'm grown now, and it's just like, I'm smarter, it's more things to rap about. Like, I've experienced a lot of good things. I experienced more bad things, but I experienced a lot of good things too. And anyway, I can go for it.
That shit sound like you telling your mama, you get home, your mama got your report card, and she finna whoop your ass, and you just trying to hurry up and explain some shit.
If there was ever a moment for him to grow, it's now. And honestly, he might need to take a page out of Gunna's book. Lock in, get focused, tighten up mentally and physically. Let the music do the talking, not the tweets. Because the culture's moving forward, and if Thug keeps clinging on to the past, he may just get left behind. Drop a comment and let me know your thoughts below. I'll catch you on the next.
Hey, what y'all think, man? I think honestly these niggas should really just let this shit go. Let that beef go. That shit's stupid. It's so much more money to be made, and I feel like they both make better music together. Period. Hands down, man. But like what you saying today, like, comment, follow, or subscribe, man. And lock in with me. This dropped 3 times. I'm gone, man. Fuck off my page. Go to my next video.